I would drink and I would smoke marijuana, and we would play on his computer rig, and it would be
like Oregon Trail, the Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah, and die of dysentery.
It's a train, Look at old days. Remember when games really made us suffer, and you couldn't win Oregon Trail? Remember those days where they were like, yeah, this is life. You never win, and you get dysentery.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? Oregon Trail, if you play it as an adult, it's an easy game. But when you're 10 years old, it's like so complicated. You're like, oh my god, what do I do? How much money do I trade? Do I buy the fucking equipment to fix the wagon? Oh, I didn't think about the floods. Dysentery.
It was this civilization version of that game too, where you could play as Phoenicians and Egyptians and do trade and buy lumber and sell silk.
Civ is amazing, man.
It might have been Civ 1. It might have actually. It used to be on our school computer. We used to play that. It might have been Civ 1 actually.
Dude, my fucking one of my really good friends. He's a big family, so he's got a lot of brothers. And they play Civ 6 like 3 times a week or something together. It's amazing. Four of them, 4 guys. They're maybe not 3 times, 2 times a week. And they have scheduled like 1-2 hour fucking game sessions, and they pause their game and stuff, and they're building empires, and it's man, it's a dream. It's a dream to have to be that close with some of your siblings and to be able to play games with them that are that impactful. I just have the utmost respect. This is also a guy that introduced me to the most complicated board game ever called Twilight Imperium, which I've been playing for about 7 or 8 years. Because I got a big table. There's literally fucking 10,000 pieces to the game. Games. It's all about games. Fucking game takes 12 hours to play. We start at 10. Well, maybe not 12. We start at 10 a.m. Take a hour break or half an hour break, and then we finish at 7 to 8 p.m. It's serious.
We used to do that with Risk in college one time.
Oh yeah, Risk is I'm not shitting on you, Gio, but Risk is it's 30% of this game is.
No, I get it. I got it. Oh.
Yeah, everything just gets better and better because we're crafty humans, right?
Yep. Oh wait, let me play you that clip that shows that Thomas Jefferson was a globalist Marxist. Ready?
Thomas Jefferson was also a Christian deist.
He was more deist. Yeah, he was still a practicing Christian. He was still a practicing Christian. Yeah.
With the message that I sent you, how I told you that I pray. I've started. I'm more leaning to the Christian deist side of things.
That's how we got here, bro. No, this is I'm trying to explain to you, right?
Maybe I'll evolve that a bit.
No, so Napoleon and Thomas Jefferson were deists, and so were the French revolutionaries. They killed 50,000 Catholic priests and nuns, and the ensuing 9 years were so miserable that Napoleon brought back Catholicism, even though he was a deist himself.
Oh, whoa. Okay, I didn't know that.
There was a cult of reason and a cult of deism that was started by Robespierre that ended up both failing within 1 year.
I didn't know that deism was that toxic. I just think it's an elegant solution. I come at it from a engineering mindset, not a theologian perspective. It solves so many problems. Believing in deism.
Yeah, it's like throwing in an X, Y, or Z variable that solves the equation every time.
Say more.
Yeah, God is essentially X factor. And I was thinking today about how atheists are essentially still doing the same thing, but in a different way, by negating God. But they don't have a zest You know, they've got no gin in their Campari, or they've got no flourish. Like they're low level content creators. They don't create contentment with their content, and so thus they're not as smart as they think they are. I mean, it's like there's a lot of, like you said, from an engineering perspective, most of these like scriptures, or sacred writings or sayings deal with psychology and emotional intelligence. And so until you actually start going through these books, do you start cultivating your maturity, your personal responsibility, your wisdom. So, you know, I try to read every morning for like 30 minutes to an hour. And the days that I do read, I'm probably performing much higher. The days that I don't read, I'm wasting my time even more.
I don't think you understand what deism is. Neither do I. The thumbnail, the summary, which I find the most elegant, is that God created the universe as we know it, and then then God removed itself. I don't like saying he, because that's
No, I mean, see the
anthropomorphization, and then God removed
say, Sasha, God didn't remove himself. God is everything. God is the all. All is God.
Sure, I can get behind that. But I cannot explain or understand the immense spring.
The what?
I can't explain the immense suffering. So that's why.
Why? It's you. You're gonna die.
My.
I'm gonna die. Like, we are the suffering. It's you. All.
You're cutting me off, but do you get where I'm going with this?
You can't rationalize it because you can't accept responsibility for it. You need to accept responsibility for everything that happens. If you're gonna look at the news, I mean, you have to accept.
Wait. Accept responsibility for everything that's happening when watching the news. Explain that, John.
Meaning that you're like the observer. Now you have the power to voice your opinion all the time on multiple platforms. It's just a question of like, how do you effectively manage your communication for maximum, return on investment. So, I don't know.
Care about that. I don't care about that at all. I care about me and my own.
But you're talking about suffering in the world and how you can't affect change.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's why I think the fastest way to change the world is to improve yourself, because there is an unseen connected network that if you just improve your brain and improve your body, you will improve that network.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Now, I'm actually talking about the question of God. Maybe we're talking past each other or beyond each other. I'm trying to explain my conception of deism, and then there's another overlay, which is Christianity. And then I'm trying to say that this is as far as I've gotten with my theology, which I self-admittedly I have not spent a long time on. And the reason that I'm talking about this is because maybe other people can help me.
So what I would say is that deism hasn't worked. That's what the French and American revolutions kind of tried to do, and to secularize the West in a way to make it less Christian. But I would argue, as we have done that, we've become more pagan. We've returned to human sacrifice by sacrificing our babies for a better harvest, or in the modern world, a college degree and going out clubbing with their friends. We've normalized now voluntary euthanasia of old people, which is how we used to get forcing them to walk into the woods and never come back, or bringing those practices back. Mutilation and transgenderism